Hey, hello and welcome to Mari's Golden Hour. Thank you so much for hanging out. So I have been laying on the lowish post the giving of the thanks. I was out and about during the week trying to get some shopping done, but it was a little nutty and a little stressful. But laying low because I have a lot of maintenance to come, and I've been preparing for that. More details on that later. But I noticed a lot of random things. Like, it was just odd being out on the streets. It was weird. Like, there was a lot of people out. There was traffic, tempers. But on the other hand, it wasn't as crowded as it normally is. And people were still really nice. So, I don't know, just a lot of weirdness. I don't even know how to describe it. The strong opposing forces. I don't know. I'm just bleh. Can't think of that word. Polar opposites? Polarities, strong, differing, I don't know, it'll come to me. Probably come to me like at 4 a.m. But anyway, what's the other? Oh, something very, very random. Sister Sledge, we are family. Even if you don't like the song, or you've, for some reason, have never heard of it, it is hard not to sing along and dance to that song. So, like, even if you weren't aware of the song, you could follow along with it. Once you came across the chorus the first time and just kind of listen, you could sing along and dance to it. And I didn't realize how much of a Billy Ocean type of song that was. And for me, what I've noticed over the years, whenever a Billy Ocean tune plays, you can't be mad. You can, maybe crack a small smile, but you cannot be upset in any sort of way when a Billy Ocean song is playing, and for sure when you sing it. It's hard not to smile. So, We Are Family, Sister Sledge. I kind of look at that song as the same way. What else? Music. Yeah, listening to a lot of music lately. Another random thought that came to my mind. Wolfman Jack. I was listening to something and the guy sounded like Wolfman Jack. Now, Wolfman Jack, I don't know, I feel like he was a national recognized DJ, not just regional. But Wolfman Jack was a radio DJ personality back in, I don't remember, a very long time ago. Very, very, very long time ago. I don't know if he was like big in like the 60s and 70s. That I can't remember. But Wolfman Jack had this really, really, really deep voice. And I can't remember the origin of how he got his name. It may be just how deep his voice was, and he was a late night DJ, and maybe something prompted him to howl, and the nickname caught on. And the other thing that came to mind once I was thinking of Wolfman Jack is there was this like that public access channel, like UHF channels. Where basically any city that you were in, they had public access and people could go in and they could film things. And one of the things that was a huge hit, it was regional. It's this guy called Superhost, and he would host Saturday afternoon movies, and they were like the most cheesy B movies you can possibly think of. And interspersed with that, for the movie breaks and the commercial breaks, he'd do different skits, or he'd do jokes, or there would be some sort of a spin the wheel, and if you entered your name, they'd give you a call if they happen to land on your name, and just random community games. that people would call in for it, or you would be called for it. And Big Chuck and Little John was sort of I think it was like a Friday night. Yeah, I think they came on Friday nights. They were the Friday night version of Superhost. So they in turn would also host these cheesy, like B, C, D, E, and F movies. And because it was a Friday night, some of them might have been a little bit more risque, like maybe the language was a little bit more foul than it would be on a Saturday afternoon. But yeah, some of their stuff tended to be like Benny Hill-esque. And actually, I think Benny Hill came on like late Friday nights or Saturday nights. I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. Those things popped in my head. And let's see, anything else happened while I was out? I have said this before, but yeah, I gotta say it again because I can't unsee it. And if I have to suffer, you are going to suffer too. So I was in line at the store, and we're all waiting to go inside. And normally I don't wait in line, but at the time that I was going and looking at the line, it didn't look like it was too long, and people weren't going to be waiting outside very much. So we were hanging outside waiting, and the store where we were going into, they were keeping a tally. And so the crew member ended up waving like a whole bunch of people in, and so we were all kind of moving forward, and then we stopped. And then as we got closer, they had like lines on the sidewalk to indicate the social distancing mark. But then as you got closer to the store, they became like logos of the store, and they were like circles. And so we were getting closer and closer to the entrance, and the crew member was like waving a bunch of people in, and then everybody was slowing down and anticipating when the cutoff would be, and they didn't want to like go over their individual circle. And I noticed whenever we stopped, people would like slow down and like stay on the circle, but then when we were moving, they would like wait in order to make sure they had enough space, and then they hop on the next one. And just the whole thing, it reminded me of a tuneless musical chairs, because we were jumping to get to that next circle and wanted to make sure that we were able to land on our circle, because if we overshot, then we're out of the game, we're out of the line. What else did I hear? So on Thanksgiving, the radio station I was listening to at the time, they were doing a Thanksgiving set, and the particular DJ who had a set later on in the afternoon, her name is Anita Carmel, and I think she's the daughter of Sly Stone, I'm pretty sure. And so she had her set that was dedicated to Thanksgiving. And one of the songs that I heard, I mean, there was like a bunch of them that were great, but this one was like, oh my gosh, took me back to like being like in grade school. I heard Harvest for the World, which is by the Isley Brothers. But when I first heard it, I thought it was the Power Station that played that cover with Robert Palmer as the lead singer, and that was one of my favorite songs on that LP. And I loved that song. I loved Robert Palmer's voice. I enjoyed Robert Palmer as a solo artist. And this is before all that Addicted to Love and the videos with the women wearing black and playing guitars, or looking like they're playing guitars, strumming something. But before he joined the Power Station, like the music that he sang on his own for that, like the Ballad of Johnny and something. Wait, the Ballad of darn it, I cannot remember that song. But yeah, it's a cool tune. Anyway, Harvest for the World, Isley Brothers covered it first, or they sang it first, and then the Power Station covered it. But I don't know, it kind of took me back, and just thinking of a different and simpler time, and just loving the Power Station and Robert Palmer, and I'm sure that Robert Palmer, with his voice being as soulful as it is, he just jumped at the chance to be able to cover Harvest for the World. Anyway, what else? Oh, Aaron Bird was also doing a Thanksgiving set that day, and his was great. It was like 4 hours of the best music. Sade, Denise Williams, Anita Royal, Danny Hathaway, Luther, Gap Band, Eric B. and Rakim. The list goes on. It was so good. It was nostalgic and having me just missing home. And I was bobbing along at great throughout most of his set. But then when he started playing Danny Hathaway, something about it just got me kind of misty-eyed. And then followed it up with Luther. Oof, House is Not a Home. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was it. But he picked it up pretty quick after that. But oof, tugging at all the heartstrings. But it was good though. It was a really good set, and just filled with a lot of classics, and it just reminded me of being a kid and listening to a lot of those old albums that my parents have. Staying on the music trip, let's see. A friend ended up sending me a link, and I had forgotten that I'd heard her before until I saw that link. And Sabrina Claudio, her I don't know if the whole album is called Warm December, but anyway, Warm December was the single. And if you haven't heard of Sabrina Claudio before, well, you have now. But it's very, 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 very sexy. I love it. And the video is pretty steamy and hot. And the other video, because I was beginning to go down a bit of a rabbit hole, it's Take One to the Head, which I find that one even sexier. And it reminded me of actually a lot of really great classes that I would take, and performing in shows and stuff. And actually, definitely Warm December reminded me of a brief stint I had doing burlesque. And story for another time. What else, music-wise? Did a little revisit on a bunch of different things, but Estelle's American Boy with Kanye West, I realized that song, I can't remember when that was created, but it was a while ago. But the song still holds up, and I still dance to it. But this time around, I actually listened to more of Kanye's verses. And, you know, think whatever you want to think about him, but he writes some dope lyrics. It's another one that I checked out. This one's new. The artist is Shy Girl, and the song that I was so digging is called Body. And then she did another one, Body, like body. There's another one, actually several, that's on her playlist, but start off with that one. If you like it, move on. Because there's some other decent ones to pick through. Nasty is one that jumps out to me, so, and that's not Miss Janet. This is Shy Girl. Although, Miss Janet, if you're nasty, anytime I hear Rhythm Nation, I get moved. I'm just so moved by Rhythm Nation, and if I see the video for it, even just watching the video almost brings me to tears, because it's just so epic and iconic. Let's see, movies. I haven't really watched a lot of movies lately. Before the holiday, like maybe last weekend, I was watching a lot of old episodes of Being Human, the UK version. So catching up on that, but otherwise I haven't really watched many movies. Been looking at a lot of Drag Race clips, and the clips that stem from that, all the different reviews and things that they do. Although recently, actually earlier today, I was watching this documentary, and it's called Unseen, and it's actually about the gentleman that, sorry to be gory, but this is back in 2009, where they found a bunch of ladies that left this mortal coil by his hands. And the documentary, it's actually pretty good. If you get a chance to see it, please do. It just it sheds a light on people that are typically unseen, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you see Unseen. And it's free. You can look it up on YouTube and go from there. What else? I feel like any news that happens after 2 days is old news, but this is still relatively new. That Scotland is the first country to make free period products the law. And to that I say it is about time. About time. Because if men had to put up with what we have put up with for decades and decades and decades and decades, the pain, the embarrassments, the discomfort, all of that, all the feminine products would have been free by now. Just saying. So, congratulations, Scotland. Hopefully, many other countries will follow suit. In Utah, they found a mysterious monolith that was, I don't know if it's made out of metal or if it looks like it's made out of metal, but I believe it is metal. They found it deep in the desert, and I saw it, and it does look like it might be alien, or because it's just out in some random desert. There's nothing else around it. There's no signage saying what it is. There's no markings on it. It is just this monolith in the middle of the desert. And, well, not like a bare desert, but like it's in like some sort of a cave or something, but still. So it looks kind of creepy just looking at the photos, but I'm sure it was like some artist somehow found a way to erect that without drawing attention to themselves. So it looks pretty cool, and I guess time will tell on what it actually is and who created it. So till then, to the artist, I tip my hat off to you because it looks cool and you've created a buzz for yourself. And before I end this, the last suggestion I will give you is a video. It is just such cuteness, this cute little munchkin. And actually, I may have mentioned this before, but it's if you Google or go into YouTube and plug in toddler needs reassurance that she is loved, and Good Morning America. I'm sure you could find the parent who posted it, but Good Morning America also covered the piece, and that little girl is just so cute. And with that, I'm going to say I hope that you enjoyed your giving of thanks this past Thursday, and you enjoyed shopping for deals on Friday, and are continuing to shop for this interesting deals all throughout the weekend. Why not? If you have the cash and the time to do it, do it. And if it makes you happy, even better. Share the love, share the happiness, share the kindness. And with that, I say thank you so much for hanging out with me for this golden hour. And now go off and enjoy your pie and ice cream, because I know I will too. Bye.